3-point game, 15.2 of a second remain, and Hubie Brown telling his team in the huddle, 15 seconds is a long time. It is a long time. We have no timeouts remaining. Saying it repeatedly as they set up this play.
And they're definitely, they can get another 2 possessions in 15 seconds.
If the 2 isn't there early, Miller on the dribble drive finds Outlaw, kick out. They'll need the free throw. They got it. Jason Williams, deep crowd. 107-107. Serra driving. Serra, denied. Wow. Jason Williams, a deep corner 3 to send it into overtime here in Atlanta.
That 3-point attempt was all created by Bo Outlaw when he penetrated to the hoop. 3 Atlanta players came over, cut him off, and from that point on, they were playing catch-up. Shane, nice pass to Jason in the corner. Defense tried to challenge the shot, but Jason, a huge 3-point attempt.
Jason Williams, over the last 3 games, including tonight, 8 of 14 from downtown. None bigger than that, although he hit 2 big ones yesterday. The Memphis Grizzlies own the best record in the NBA in overtime. They are a perfect 4-0. And the Atlanta Hawks are 0-4.
And Atlanta now, they have to be deflated with the Grizzlies making the comeback, down 5 with a minute to play, getting this game into overtime. They have all the energy now, all the momentum. Grizzlies should be feeling pretty good about themselves right now.
The last time the Grizzlies played an overtime game, it was a double overtime game. In fact, the Grizzlies have played 2 double overtime games. A Monday night in Oakland against Golden State, winning it by 2, 115-113. That was a day after winning in overtime against the Clippers, 108-107. And of course, that double overtime victory in Cleveland, and an overtime victory back in November at home against Dallas. The Grizzlies, 3 of their 4 overtime victories have come on the road. Memphis trying to extend a 5-game winning streak. And a whistle and a foul, and fouls on Stephen Jackson, and that is his first. And the Grizzlies trying to shatter another mark, and that is a winless streak here in Atlanta.
You look at the foul situation, Atlanta a little more foul trouble than the Grizzlies, having 2 players, Crawford as well as Bobby Serra, with 5 fouls.
Yeah. Offensive foul. And Posey just picked up his 4th.
Posey trying to go to the baseline. Jackson stepping over, cutting it off, drawing the charge.
Battier, Williams, Outlaw, Posey, and Sakalidis. The group that did it down the stretch. Terry doesn't go. Posey flies in. His 10th board in a double-double performance. Outlaw gets fouled. On the floor by Stephen Jackson.
Grizzlies looking up court, trying to get the fast break going. Bo Outlaw streaking down the floor, and Jackson committed the foul.
Another whistle. And Stephen Jackson, they're piling up on him here in the first 45 seconds of overtime. And that is his 3rd. And you talked about foul troubles. And they're hitting Stephen Jackson in a hurry.
Yeah, that's pretty quick to go from none to 3 in 45 seconds.
Posey has been the driving force, along with that Jason Williams 3. Williams has 13, drives, finds Sakalidis. Big Jake, 1 time on the floor, and the easy deuce underneath. Big Jake, 10 and 8 tonight.
Big Jake showing his agility. The one dribble gave him the separation to get the easy twos.
5 of 6 from the field. The Grizzlies take the lead by 2. 3:45 left in overtime. Sura on the up fake. Jason denies. Jackson, it's a 2. Jackson with 21.
Good defensive possession by the Grizzlies. They forced Atlanta to use every bit of that 24 seconds to come up with a good shot.
Here in overtime, Jackson ball denial. Posey gobbles it up and calls a timeout. And Phil Robinson calls a jump ball, but Posey was looking back, screaming timeout, timeout.
The referees didn't hear JP, because he was definitely calling timeout.
Not only that, but you can see where he's trying to put the tee together. And Pivetta and Robinson are having a conversation. Posey will jump against Terry. 3:20 left.
JP has the advantage size-wise. You have to be careful of Atlanta shooting the gap, trying to come up with the steal on the jump ball.
6 inches, Posey 6'8", Terry 6'2". And Posey telling Dick Pivetta that Steven Jackson is inched in a little bit too close. The Grizzlies with 9 ticks, now down to 8. Crossover, exploding, finds Bo. Oh, almost.
Jason with the crossover, lost Terry on the perimeter all the way to the basket. Defense collapses, there's Bo. Almost got it to fall.
And Chris Crawford fouled out. Crawford, 22 points, 5 rebounds tonight. And the Grizzlies knotted at a 109. And Diaw checks in. Diaw, the rookie, 4 points, 6 rebounds. And Bo at the free throw line. Bo tonight, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Misses the first. Outlaw in the month of March, 39% from the free throw line.
Bo Outlaw in the fourth quarter knocked down 2 big free throws when the Grizzlies were trailing by 4 to cut the lead to 2.
1 and 2 there, and the Grizzlies take a 1-point advantage, 110 to 109. Jackson fires a 3. It goes. Jackson with 24. It's a 2-point advantage for Atlanta.
Big shot by Steven Jackson.
Underneath, Battier pops out. Sakalitis saved by Bobby Sura.
Big Jake was very close to picking up that 6th foul over the back. The officials, they're letting them play.
Jackson, Diaw denied. Sakalitis can't get the board. Jackson does with a fresh shot clock. Jackson lines up another 3. Tapped up. Memphis ball, no call. You talk about letting them go, they're letting them go.
They sure are. And they're letting it go on both ends of the floor now. So you can't cry over the contact.
Williams for 3. No. Sakalitis taps it out to Jay Will. Recycled shot clock. Behind the back, Sakalitis ties it. Oh, Jason Williams. The defense comes and right behind the back.
How about the guts and the nerves to make the behind-the-back pass in this kind of situation?
Oh. Jason Collier has 19. Collier, of all people, because when you start looking at three-point shooting, he's not a guy at the top of the list. And a timeout taken by Memphis. 115-112.
As a matter of fact, that's his first three-point make of the year. He was 0 for 1 behind the three-point line.
He has 19 tonight. 1:29 to go in overtime.
Jason, terrific pass again. Big Jake finding himself wide open, and he's saying thanks to Jason before he even comes down off the rim. Good pass, Jason.
Collier with the big three, his first make of the season. And in overtime from three-point range, Atlanta 2 of 3 overall. They are just 5 of 18, but they have been big. 1:29 to go, plenty of time left. 115-112.
This has been a terrific basketball game. You have players on both teams stepping up and making big-time shots when their teams need them. And that's what you get when the season is winding down. And Atlanta, even though they're not in a playoff race, I'm sorry, my mic fell apart. They're still putting forth a heck of an effort tonight.
They certainly are. And you look at the Memphis Grizzlies, you know, this is a team that obviously has achieved all their early goals, and now they have more that they want to conquer. And the Atlanta Hawks are putting up a fight tonight. Jake Sakalidis, of course, he had that game against Shaquille O'Neal back in November when he scored a dozen. And he's come up huge tonight with 5 personal fouls playing down the stretch. Grizzlies have a foul to give. 1 timeout remaining. Atlanta has 2. With 1:29 to go, Memphis down by 3. Williams. Here's Bo. Has Posey behind the arc. Bo takes a shot, doesn't go. Dial saves it.
Well, Outlaw was trying to draw the defense and make a pass. The defense stayed put, and they forced them to take a difficult shot.
Grizzlies had a foul to give. And Jason Williams just picked up his second. 1:14 to go. Both teams coming up with huge shots. Denied by Jason Williams and fouled by Jason Terry.
Jay Will reading the play all the way, shortcutting the play, avoiding the pick, comes up with the big steal. And has 2 free throw attempts.
So Williams goes to the free throw line. Jay Will tonight 3 of 3. Two-point game. Memphis down the stretch the entire second half without Pau Gasol. Lost in the second quarter to a sprained foot. Second doesn't go. 2-point advantage for Atlanta under a minute to go. Lead pass, Dion. Sura up top. Atlanta trying to use clock. Doesn't go. The tap, no. Controlled by Bo Outlaw.
Nice defense, forcing Sura to take a difficult shot.
Posey. No. Weak side. Collier. In the leak out to Jackson.
We saw what the Grizzlies can do in 15 seconds. 25 seconds left on the clock. It's still only a 4-point game.
2-possession game, and the Memphis Grizzlies down to 117-113 here at Phillips Arena. We'll take a timeout, and we'll return with 25.6 of a second remaining here in overtime. The Grizzlies, with just under 26 seconds remaining in overtime, down by 4, no timeouts remaining.
And JP taking a three. He shot the ball well tonight from behind the three-point line. But no one got back on defense. And Steven Jackson, his second breakaway layup tonight. But no one back.
Hawks have 2 timeouts left. Memphis basketball. Plenty of time left. More magic for the Grizzlies. Posey driving to the hole. 28 tonight. And Surratt is fouled by Mike Miller. Bobby Surratt tonight, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Anybody tonight for Atlanta's been tough from the line, and that's his 5th.
Posey showing his speed. Turns the corner, gets all the way to the basket for the layup. And now they force Atlanta to go to the free throw line and knock down a couple of shots.
2-point game, 19 seconds left.
Bobby Surratt, he shot the ball well tonight, but he's not a great free throw shooter. He only shoots about 73% from the free throw line.
Surratt tonight, 9 of 10.
He's due for a miss. Another miss.
19 seconds to go. Gets it. 2-possession game. No timeouts left for the Grizzlies. Jason drives. And Terry's fouled by Shane. That's his 4th.
Second possession in a row where the Grizzlies in the pick and roll. They go right at Collier, and first it was James Posey, and now Jason right around Collier all the way to the basket for the layups.
11.2 of a second to go in overtime. Terry at the free throw line.
All the Grizzlies need is one miss.
And a 3. And they have believed throughout the course of this season. Four-point game. Jason behind the back. Sakalidis. Grizzlies will quickly foul. They do. Hansen at the line. Travis Hansen on the year has been tough. 9 of 10 coming into tonight.
Jason trying to get to the basket. Nice bounce pass to Big Jake for the dunk. 2.1 seconds left on the clock. You hope for the miss. And to give yourself a good chance, at least a long pass to half court where you can take the one dribble.
And the rookie misses the first.
Now they have a chance.
And Hubie gets up.
And you know Hubie Brown and the Grizzlies, they practice every situation that's possible.
And he's telling Shane right now to take out the basketball.
And they have a play with 2.1 seconds left, no timeouts, that will give them a good shot at the 3.
Posey. Posey.
Yes! Yes! Can you believe it?
James Posey.
I believe.
It's been a magical year for the Memphis Grizzlies. Can you say double overtime? How sweet it is!
Shot. That's the miss they needed. Steven Jackson went for the steal, and JP from about 30 feet.
Posey lighting up the lamp. The Grizzlies cannot be denied, and it has been the story throughout the course of this season, Hawk.
They find a way to win games, and the magic continues.
And the officials right now are going back reviewing it, but it was clear. It was clear that this shot left his fingertips before the buzzer. No doubt about it. There's the light, and there's the three. And Memphis has made 5 of their last 6. And James Posey tonight with 31 points. Posey, when you look at this season and what he has done and what he has meant, and how many times have we said it, Hawk? You look to that acquisition last year, signed for the mid-level exception. Jerry West identified him, said that's a guy that I want. Said this guy can mean so much to our team. 31 points tonight. And he has been arguably one of the best off-season pickups around the NBA. And Dick Pavetta coming over, and he wants to take a look once again. They were having trouble with their monitor at the table, and so Dick will watch, and he'll be able to see now clearly that it left way prior. Yep. And Dick Pavetta coming over and saying it's a 3-point field goal, but unfortunately at midcourt they were unable to get that in sync. Congrats to the Grizz, you got that right. And all this started when Pau Gasol came out of the tunnel and got back out onto the floor and looked at his teammates and said, come on, let's go, let's do it. And here he is once again in the huddle telling them to go.
Lace them up again. We have another 5 minutes. Grizzlies never say die attitude paying off big time tonight.
The 31 points tonight for JP ties a season best. He had 31 in Washington back on February 4th. And here we go again. The Grizzlies, they've been in double overtime games before, and they have won, including at Cleveland and at Golden State. Posey, outlaw, swings it to Williams. JP the up fake. Jackson up in him. Shot clock down. Posey drives, hop step, gets fouled. He'll go to the line. Great decision by JP.
To take the basketball all the way to the basket and jump right into the defensive player. He actually went a little too far just to create the contact, but he didn't care about making a basket. He wanted to get to the free throw line.
So Posey tonight, a double-double, his 5th of the season. The Grizzlies looking for the lead here in double overtime. Perfect from the free throw stripe tonight, 8 of 8.
How about JP being signed with the reputation of being a tough, defensive-minded player? And offensively, he has been such a surprise this season.
He has proven that moniker of being a tough defensive-minded player, but he's excelled at the offensive end. As Hubie Brown said, he is a pro's pro, and he fits the system. And as Posey said, listen, all I do is listen to Hubie Brown. A takeaway. Here's Posey. Posey gets bumped, and it spills out, but he'll go back to the line. And Posey, with 33 points tonight, has a chance for more.
Grizzlies coming up with the steal on defense. Steven Jackson doing a little too much dribbling, going to the hoop, and JP all the way to the basket. Uses his body to shield off the defender. Jumped right into him, has 2 more attempts.
His career best, 33. He has tied that tonight. Set against Golden State back in 2001. And a new career best for James Posey. He has 34 tonight.
One shot, corner.
Memphis by 3. Memphis now by 4. 126-122.
now you get to see if Atlanta has the resiliency and the fight in them to try to get back in the game.
Collier, shot doesn't go. Grizzlies on the glass. Saved by Posey. Here's Williams. And the Memphis Grizzlies can work it a little bit. Jason dribble drive. Finds Shakalidis, and he's fouled. Jason Williams has done an excellent job tonight of getting deep into the lane and allowing the players to come to him and finding Shakalidis.
He keeps cracking the first line of the defense. He has 10 assists tonight. The big guys, they're just finding the open spots once he penetrates.
Timeout taken by Atlanta. Memphis up by 4. We'll take a timeout. The Memphis Grizzlies tonight. Man, what a game. The Grizzlies on top by 4. 3:50 remaining here in the second overtime tonight at Phillips Arena. Your Memphis Grizzlies are headed for the playoffs. Say it, see it, and believe it. Playoff tickets go on sale Saturday, April 10th at 10 a.m. That's 10 a.m. on April 10th. Or you can get your playoff tickets now by making just a $250 deposit for next year's season tickets at FedEx Forum. Season tickets start at just $405. We're in. Don't be left out. Call 888-HOOP. That's 888-HOOP. Shakalidis tonight 0-2 from the free throw line. 0-3.
Big Jake, not a bad free throw shooter. Hasn't been able to get it to drop tonight, but look at the field goal. 7 of 8 from the field tonight.
Season best performance for Big Jake, playing, mind you, with 5 personal fouls.
He's been playing with 5 fouls since about midway through the fourth quarter. Good job by Jacobs keeping himself in the game.
1 rebound shy of a double-double. Grizzlies up by 5. Shot clock down. Diaw travels. Diaw travels and turns it over. And the Grizzlies have possession of the basketball, up 5. Second turnover for Atlanta here in the second overtime.
There's only so many pivots you can make in the paint without shuffling your feet.
Posey, one-on-one with Jackson. Spin. Shot doesn't go, pops out. Last touch by Atlanta. And the Grizzlies have possession.
Go Outlaw in there, got a hands on the basketball, and it looked like it may have not been knocked off of Collier.
Battier, Surra went for the steal. Nearing the 3-minute mark here in the second overtime. An unbelievable 3 by Williams sent the team into the first overtime, and then James Posey into double overtime with a 3. Shakalidis, no call. Here's Terry. Terry eyeing Shakalidis for 3. Got it. 2-point game. 21 points tonight for Terry.
Terry, big shot in Atlanta. They desperately needed a hoop.
Williams gets the hook to go. Jason, his 13th double-double of the season tonight. 18 points and 10 assists.
Jason and the Grizzlies, they're not afraid to attack the hoop if you're trying to press them.
Surra tosses it up. Hubie Brown told the Grizzlies to keep pushing. They are. Posey will head back to the free throw line. And JP is 11 of 11 tonight. During the timeout, Hubie Brown said, keep pushing, keep pushing.
You would think the way the Grizzlies are still running the floor, this was the first quarter. They're still flying up and down the floor on offense.
And that off day tomorrow, more than likely, will be well-deserved. Diaw just fouled out. 1:57 remaining in the second overtime. Most points in a game this season. You look at Atlanta, against Washington, Sacramento 130 against Seattle, and then there are the Grizzlies with 129. 129 points.
It's an old ABA game.
Although it took him 2 overtimes, Posey misses his first tonight. The Grizzlies, the 5th best scoring team in the NBA. 6th best shooting team in the NBA. Tonight shooting 51% from the field. Posey collects another. 36 points tonight for James Posey. And the Grizzlies up by 5 with under 2 minutes to go. Terry tries to create contact, and Bo wasn't biting.
Smart veteran play by Bo Outlaw. He got there a little too late. If he was going to commit the foul, it would have been an excellent chance for Terry to complete the basket as well.
1:33 remaining. Under 10 now on the shot clock. Battier curls. Battier open. Too strong. And a rebound comes to Surra. How will the Hawks manage this? Jackson wants it on the far side. Steven Jackson, 26 tonight. Drives. Got it. 1-point game.
Both teams continuing to trade baskets. Not back away from one another.
Williams driving, loses control. Atlanta ball. The hand of a Hawk got in there.
Jason, he has not made many mistakes tonight at all. Steven Jackson reaching in.
And off of the right knee of Jason Williams out of bounds. Another minute remaining, and the Atlanta Hawks trail by 1. They have possession of the basketball. Memphis up by 1. 52 seconds remaining in the second overtime here at Phillips Arena. Atlanta has possession of the basketball, and because this game is into the second overtime, we have an opportunity to update you around the NBA in some meaningful matchups. Houston in the fourth quarter by 1 over Minnesota. The Timberwolves, they have lost 4 in a row in Houston, and over the last 15 games they are 7-8, and on the road 3-5. And Cleveland has lost 13 straight in San Antonio. The last time that Cleveland has won in San Antonio, 1988, and that was a long time ago.
It sure was. It was my rookie year.
Your rookie year before. David Robinson. Surra. Atlanta down by 1. Terry. Denied by Sakalidis. Great help by Sakalidis.
Big Jake rotating over. Terry slashed to the basket. Jake swatted it out of bounds.
Under the bucket. And costly because Big Jake just picked up his 6th. Jake tonight 15 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks.
Bobby Surra with the quick flash to the basket. Caught the defense sleeping a little, and Jake over the back committed the foul, but it's been a terrific night. He has really played well tonight.
Surra 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Tied at 130. Atlanta's first free throw attempt in the second overtime. The Grizzlies 6 of 8 from the free throw line here in the second overtime.
And now both teams with essentially just about all guards on the floor, with the exception of Collier and Bo Outlaw. You have 8 small guys.
The Grizzlies find themselves once again down, this time by 1 with 35 seconds remaining. And the Grizzlies with 1 timeout left. The Atlanta Hawks have 1 timeout remaining, and the Grizzlies trail now by 1. 35 seconds left. I know you're not going anywhere. We'll be back right after this. Memphis now down by 1 to the Hawks. 35 seconds remaining here in the second overtime. And you look at the Midwest Division, the Grizzlies 2.5 back of Minnesota. And a game back of San Antonio trying to keep pace with the Spurs. The Spurs pounding Cleveland, and Minnesota down by 1 in Houston. Memphis down by 1. 35 seconds left. Posey with the basketball. 36 tonight for JP. Posey gives it up. Williams from downtown connects. Jay Will puts the Grizzlies up by 2. Timeout taken by Atlanta. They'll use their final timeout as Jason Williams once again is able to drill it from beyond the arc.
Jackson tried to take the charge on Posey. No call by the official. Terry rotated over. No one could get to Jason. And the Grizzlies, they knocked down another three-pointer.
For the game, the Memphis Grizzlies are 9 of 22 from three-point range. And there have been a bundle of those made heroically for the Grizzlies. With the shot clock down, and Jason connected to make it 107-107 to go into the first overtime. And then, of course, James Posey. The last time that Jason Williams scored better than 20 points was back in January against his former team on January 23rd against Sacramento. Had 25 points and 10 rebounds, or rather I should say 10 assists. And tonight Jason Williams with 21 points. What a night for Jay Will.
What a night for the Grizzlies.
James Posey, a career best effort. Memphis now up by 2. Grizzlies have a timeout. Hawks do not. You see the slight differential, game clock, shot clock. Posey, Miller, Outlaw, Williams, Battier. Collier along with Terry, Sura, Hanson. Jackson will inbound the basketball. Sura drives, doesn't go, and Bo Outlaw with a rebound to Jason Williams. Williams skipping around Hanson, and Hanson commits the foul with 18.2 tenths of a second to go, and Jason heads to the line as Hanson committed his foul.
Bobby Sura, he's played a terrific game tonight, but he blew an easy layup. No one even challenged the shot. He just short-armed it because he thought the defense was going to jump at it. Came up a little short.
What a night for Sura, as you said, 21 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists. Key free throws for the Memphis Grizzlies to possibly make it a 2-possession game. The first pops out. Memphis tonight 30 of 43 from the free throw line. Jason 4 of 6. Gets the roll. Will Atlanta try to force a 3 or get a 2? Sura's going for the 2. Got it. And Hubie Brown is going to call a timeout. And the Grizzlies will use their final timeout up by 1 with 11.7 tenths of a second remaining here in the second overtime tonight. Sura with 23 points. The Memphis Grizzlies, what a courageous comeback for Memphis tonight. And now up by 1 with just under 12 seconds left here in the second overtime at a place that they have never won. But throughout the course of this year, Hawk, how many times have we seen the Memphis Grizzlies just shatter and add another name to their list? They have just repeatedly broken every single record possible And it's not even about that now anymore. It's about the Memphis Grizzlies not only doing what has never been done before, but these players are saying, hey, we want to keep this 5-game winning streak in tow, extend it to 6. We want to get to 50. We want to get to San Antonio. We want to get to home court advantage. All right, let's update some out-of-town scores. And first we bring in the San Antonio game. So it's a final, 101-93. And so for the Grizzlies to keep pace, they'll need this victory. And in the fourth quarter, 29 seconds remaining, and tied at the Toyota Center at 88-88, Timberwolves and Rockets.
You knew that game would be a war. Houston, they play a lot of close games. That one's going down to the wire.
This is updated standings. Of course, the Grizzlies with the win will shave that half off of the 2. Grizzlies right now up by 1 with possession of the ball. And Hansen knocks it out of bounds. 5/10 tick off. And Hubie Brown contending a foul. And Jason Williams turning around to the gentleman that manages his shot clock saying, hey, can you be a little bit quicker with the clock?
Yeah, we're ready to get out of here.
He's like, come on, hit that thing. Grizzlies up by 1. Cleaning off the floor, wiping it up. Williams to inbound. Posey being held by Hansen, and they're not calling it. Gets the ball, there's the foul.